we have another person changing their sex. We love these stories.
It depends on what job. Apparently,
we just don't understand this.
To smoothly transition from a man to a woman, you have to not have a job. Because the second you have an occupation, there's some kind of problem. And the closer that occupation is to dealing with people, and then, God forbid, the children in school, then there's a huge problem.
Right.
You can't do that.
We don't understand when the men turn into women, but they decide they need to dress like an extremely conservative older woman. Like, why wouldn't you go to Victoria's Secret and get some hot,
just really
hot crap?
Being a slut.
Right, well, but because that's something your old aunt would wear, and you're like a young.
It's because your
pearls.
Because your old aunt is fat.
It's
just that they're
like
dressing
a man
like
body.
fat men.
It's a man body.
Yeah, that's it.
It doesn't squeeze in a Victoria's Secret very well.
We got a professor returning to school as a woman, transgender.
In 2006, English professor Jay Layden left Yeshiva University for 2 years. Last week, Jay returned as Joy.
Of course he did.
Why do they always do that?
As Joy.
Why can't he return as Barbara?
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be a name that's sort of close every time.
That's to really rub it into your parents. That's why.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Still named me.
Yeah.
They pick those names that are just off from the man name.
We say this, Louis. Why not just pick a stripper name? Go all in.
Let's go.
Go all in.
Portia.
Amber, something.
Yeah.
Layden left Yeshiva University for 2 years. Last week, Jay returned as Joy. It wasn't until after Layden was granted tenure that she told administrators she was transitioning from a man to a woman, and it's unclear whether or not Layden was forced to go on leave or if she took time off voluntarily. But Jillian T. Weiss, a transgendered yeshiva alum and equal rights advocate, says the school has experience with anti-discrimination laws.
Having been involved in a case several years ago where some gay students wanted to room together, and they were on the losing end of that issue then, and I think they understand that the law needs to be respected regardless of religious ideology.
Look at this thing. Dressing like an older woman, man.
Like Susie Essman.
And the next track, some very intelligent comments from students. I would imagine that these are not going to be intelligent comments.
Okay.
Yeshiva.
Really?
Most of the students we spoke with welcome Layden's return, saying new and differing point of views are always needed.
I feel like a lot of the schools, especially the religious ones, you feel like you're living in like a bubble, and it's good to see, and think outside of the box and see, the different types of people that are living in this world.
In fact, these two girls were the only ones we spoke with who seemed to have a problem with a transgendered teacher.
From a normal standpoint, she was a man, and now she's a woman, and that's weird.
In an email, Layden wanted to contact her leave or return, saying she just wanted to focus on teaching and writing.
And having a new vagina.
Yeah. And letting men have sex with him, her, it.
Well, where are we at with the transgenders? Do they still have their original plumbing?
They no, the men get it folded back.
No, but transgender means they went through that operation, Jimmy.
The operation.
Transgender means they had the operation.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
They actually fold your unit inside out.
Yeah. They do?
Yeah, they take it, they pretty much like a fish gut it.
Yeah.
And then it's folded inside out, thus making the vagina is how that's made.
Goodness.
And then of course there's the castration, and then hormones, maybe implants, and before you know it, you're a real fat, ugly chick.
You're at the
miracle.
lowest possible end of the female spectrum.
There isn't enough beer in the bar.
Oh, yes, there
kind
is.
of a girl.
Oh, yes, a couple of little sips for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Plenty. A couple of sips of near beer.
Some O'Douls and Jimmy's. He's hitting that. Is that it? What is that?
Wow.
Is that a, we're looking at a picture.
Wait, so
that used to be, of
a post-operative transsexual.
Yuck.
And that is
like
what
a flesh toilet.
You know what?
It looks like.
It is.
Horrible.
You know, Ann, how you just described the operation, this looks like a different operation. This looks like a,
I'll tell you what it looks like.
Like they might have hollowed, how can we explain?
No,
it
you
without
could
getting
tell
dumped out?
there's a scar there where it was moved.
You know what it looks like?
See, because it's got to be in the right location. Look, you can't
So it's a
put
little to the left of where
you
were.
can't put the girl part where the guy part is.
Right.
It's the girl part is technically a little lower.
No,
so what they got to do
is like when you rehang a picture on the wall.
Right.
Make a new.
You got to kind of make a new one. So you can see that scar there where it used to be, and then they kind of move it down, and then whammo, inside out. And look at that. You're a freak of nature.
You're a freak of nature.
A human-made freak. Oh, God.
What is that? It looks like...
we're looking at pictures.
Looks like someone combed someone's hair with a shotgun.
You just became went from being a man who didn't matter to a woman who doesn't matter.
Would you do that?
In the grand scheme of things.
It looks awful. Just keep the original. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, look. It's natural.
That's a whole site devoted to that, Danny?
What is that, yuck.com?
Danny got it fast because it was in his favorites.
Of course it was. He's got a password and everything.
He's got a gold.
He really did get that very quickly.
Yeah, Dan.
It's not so hard to just Google post-op shemails.
I know that.
Yeah, of course it isn't.
Yeah. Especially when you have it in your cache file.
Ugh! Jeez, look at that. What the hell's going on there? Some of these really went awry.
That one looks like Larry Fine.
How do they do? Have they never seen a real vagina?
Oh, God.
Whoa!
That's awful.
Is there one good one?
Can I tell you that I went
there's a good one.
Well, yeah.
I went to a prostitute one time. And I sensed it was a post-op tranny. And I don't know how I sensed it. It was like, let's just say we had sex. And I think it was some sort of an instinct. There was something wrong, and I knew it. It was something that just was not, and I couldn't put my finger on it because the person looked like it was, and it just wasn't.
It's like when Marty's mother kissed him back in 1955 and started making out in the car and said something's weird. It's like I'm kissing my brother.
You know, what'd be good is if you could make it like a convertible, like a reversible jacket. Like, since it's basically an inside-out male organ.
Yeah,
that you could like use a vacuum cleaner and just pull it out,
and then whenever you want,
or just
hang out with the guys,
pop it back. It's an innie or an outie.
Be a slut.
Kind of mood you're in.
Dude, that's creeping me out.
It's disgusting. You guys see the pictures. I don't know if we're going to be able to link that one.
Let's take a break and all each go into the bathroom separately with the pictures and
see how long it takes.
Go with pre-op, you silly goose. Pre-op, you silly goose. Pre-op, you